So the Labour Party have now officially dropped their £28 billion spending commitment for their Green Renewal Plan, which is of course ridiculous because they kept telling us for weeks on end that it wasn't happening, they weren't going to ditch it, was still an ambition, it was still a pledge, all these different lies that they told about what they were going to promise for their Green Plan. Now it's officially been ditched, the pretense has been abandoned, and we can finally understand just how ridiculous this party is. Where do they think all of those young people that flocked to them in 2017 are going to go after 5 years in government of taking their future and mortgaging it on the altar of quote-unquote electability just because of some things that Rishi Sunak is saying at the dispatch box? And the worst part about all of this is it's stupid in terms of getting elected. People like the Green policy. It's one of their most liked policies. People in this country are sick of austerity. They're sick of cutting investment in this country, which is necessary both for investment in the growth of our economy and also in the green transition to save young people's futures. Where do they think these young people are going to go after 5 years of the Labour government doing nothing and getting them nowhere because they've cut back on all of their spending promises? 60% of young people are voting Green now. The people who voted for the Labour in 2017, these young people, they're all going to be in their 40s rather than their 20s at the end of that Labour government. And they're not going to go back to a party that's completely reneged on investing in their future. There's going to be an exodus of these people, and it will only be the Labour Party's fault for it. I'm absolutely sick to the back teeth of these people continuing says, oh, you have to support the Labour Party, you have to get the Tories out, you have to support this party that doesn't support the things that you support, doesn't believe in what you believe, doesn't have the same principles as you do. I honestly am at my wit's end. The communications are terrible. The fact that even their stenographers in the liberal media are saying that it is ridiculous in terms of communications, because of course it is. But apparently this is what the adults in the room looks like. It was just student politics, but it was the politics of protest under previous leadership. But now we have the actual grown-ups setting policy by which they make policy, they promise things, they pledge things, and then they break them, they renege, they U-turn, they flip-flop, and at the end of the day they just continue with conservative spending plans and conservative policies. It's ridiculous. There is no point in supporting this party. I mean, I'm a Green Party member anyway, so they've never been the same interests as me. But even for the general public who don't want to see tax cuts, they do want to see investment in public services, and they do want to see investment. They're still not good enough for that either. Pathetic. It's ridiculous. It's honestly hilarious watching the liberal journalists who backed the establishment takeover of the Labour Party, who criticised these policies when the previous leadership ran on them. The economically rational, pro-investment policies were absolutely undermined by the liberal journalists, and now feeling shocked that they might get U-turned on because of the kind of narratives that were spun about these previously by these same journalists. This is what you wanted, mate. These are the people that you wanted in charge. These are the political positions that you continually pushed for under the previous Labour leadership. I can't believe you are getting mad that you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube all of a sudden. This is the political environment that you tried to cultivate, and now you're getting mad about it. Honestly, if I wouldn't laugh, I'd cry at this point. But this is where we are with the Labour Party in 2024, backing financial sector deregulation and taking money out of green investment for my generation's future. It's pathetic.